Hello dear friends, this is Vera from Firebird Tours and we continue our videos about Russia. One of the most often questions that I heard from tourists before they would leave for their vacation in Russia was about money, like how much to bring, where to exchange, how much to exchange, whether ATM machines are available and so on. In this video I will try to give the answers to all of this question in this topic, and first of all I would like to start with taking you to a real bank and showing you the ATM machine and how easy you can withdraw your money in the city center of St. Petersburg, for example. So let's go and check it out. So we are inside the bank. This is the area with the ATMs. So let's see how it works. Right now everything is in Russian. As you can see, please take a look. So you just insert your card and there will be an option to switch the language into, you see, language selection. So we go here. Now you can pick like even Dutch, you know, and Somi, and French and English. Well, we will go with English. Okay. So this is it. You see, everything is in English, so you can get your money. Cash withdrawal, well, I will take like 500 because I already have my cash. No need for receipt. I will get a message. So as you see, everything is very easy and quite standard, just like everywhere else, and that's how it is in pretty much all of the ATMs in the city center. So here it is, a brand new one. Yes, right now I suggest us to go to the restaurant, you know, where we can sit down calmly and talk about the Russian money. So let's go. So as you have seen, the process of withdrawing your money from the ATM machine in Russia is not a scary process. Everything is very easy and just like everywhere else. And but still, while we walk to the restaurant where I would like to take you, I would like to give you some instructions, well, not instructions, like recommendations, you know, and advices about exchanging your money. If you happen to bring cash with you, like dollars, euros, you know, I wouldn't recommend to exchange them at the airport or at the reception of your hotel, because usually rates over there are very low and not beneficial. So really don't do it, because banks are, as I have already told you, like pretty much everywhere, and you can easily withdraw your money from the ATM machine, exchange your cash in the bank next door, and I'm sure that receptionist at your hotel will be, you know, glad to find in the closest bank to the place where you stay. So this is my advice to you, but we are getting closer to where we go, and we will continue our important topic. So dear travelers, from which banknote shall we start? Let's start with this one. So the color of the first 10 rubles banknote is olive, and the city that we see here is Krasnoyarsk. Krasnoyarsk is located on Yenisei River, and it's the third largest city in Siberia. And Krasnoyarsk is a very important junction along the Trans-Siberian Railroad. It's located 2.5 days on board of the train from Moscow and 6 hours by plane. To be honest, I haven't been in Krasnoyarsk myself, but I will, as in the end of May I will travel with Firebird Tours along the Trans-Siberian Railroad, which is well, I'm looking forward to. What comes to, well, this banknote, as you can see, it looks like really old, and the reason is that it's still in usage, but Russian bank does not produce these banknotes any longer, so that's the way it looks right now. But instead of the banknotes, right now we have 10 rubles coin. Also on each of the coin on the back side you can see a city or like an important historical event. For example, the coin that I have over here, it's dedicated to the 50 years anniversary of the first flight into space by a human who was a Russian citizen, Yuri Gagarin. So about the usage of 10 rubles banknote, well, if we convert it into dollars, it's like 20 cents, and in euros, it's like 15 cents. So I leave it to your imagination on how you can use it. Let's proceed further. The next banknote will be 50 rubles, as we said, ruble. The banknote is blue, and the city represented here is St Petersburg. On the front side, you can see a figure symbolizing Neva River on the rostral column. This is the site that you won't miss for sure, as it's included in all city tours in our city. Also here Spirit Paul's Fortress, and on the back side Old St Petersburg Stock Exchange. Well, let me see what I can do with 50 rubles. For 50 rubles I can buy bread. That's what I can do for sure. Let's proceed to the next one. This is 100 rubles. The color is, I don't know, like red, brownish kinda. And this banknote is represented by Moscow. On the front side, you can see a chariot with 4 horses standing. This is the statue standing on the roof of Bolshoi Theater, which I hope you will visit during your stay in the capital. And on the back side, the same old good Bolshoi Theater. Yep. If we talk about what you can do with 100 rubles, well, if we combine 100 rubles and 50 rubles, we will have a cappuccino at a nice restaurant. Okay, well, now something interesting is about to begin. 500 rubles. This is already something that we can talk about. The banknote itself is very pretty. This is my favorite color, purple. And with this banknote, we are moving to the north of Russia, to the city of Arkhangelsk. On the front side of this banknote, we can see the statue of Peter the Great and the sailboat in the port of the city of Arkhangelsk. And on the back side, this is Solovetsky Monastery, located on Solovetsky Island in the White Sea, also in the north of Russia. For 500 rubles, I can get a very good lunch in a city restaurant, or you can buy a souvenir t-shirt. Yes, I think you can do it with 500 rubles. Yes, that should be enough. Okay, 1,000 rubles. Well, they call this color green-blue. Let it be. The city that we see here is Yaroslavl. Yaroslavl is located only 250 kilometers from Moscow, and the historic center of Yaroslavl is a World Heritage Site, and it's one of the Golden Ring cities. Golden Ring cities are historic cities located northeast from Moscow, which played an important role in the Russian history. So if you're planning a trip to Russia or to Moscow, I would actually highly recommend to consider taking Golden Ring tour, because, well, you will learn like a lot about history of, you know, ancient Russia. So that's 1,000 rubles. We have the last one, which is 5,000 rubles. This is the last banknote of the Russian bank. Well, it's very bright, it's red, and it's very nice to hold it in your hand, especially if you have many of them. Well, the city that represents 5,000 rubles is the city of Khabarovsk. This is the second largest city in the Russian Far East after Vladivostok. On the front side, you can see the monument of Muravyev-Amursky, Russian general, statesman, and diplomat who played a major role in the expanse of the Russian Empire in the Amur River river basin, and on the back side this is the bridge across Amur river. Well, this is it about the 5,000 rubles. And well, as you can see, all of the banknotes of the Russian bank, they're very colorful. It's like they're like red and green and purple and brown and blue, very, very nice ones. But I would like to pick 1,000 rubles so you can see how wise I can use it in this restaurant. Right now is the lunchtime, so спасибо. Мы будем буквально одну секунду, тыквенный крем-суп, Чарли Дог и чай. Чай в конце.
Хорошо.
Спасибо большое. So while we are waiting for our food to come, I would like to mention a couple of more things. I already told you like where to exchange the money, and that ATMs are available pretty much everywhere in the city centers. But if you arrive in Russia and you don't have your transfer booked and paid in advance, like from airport to your hotel, then yes, you will need cash to pay for it on spot. So maybe yes, it will be wise to exchange some money before you leave for Russia, or to do it at the airport and, I don't know, live with it. If you are taking a Trans-Siberian journey, then yes, you will need to bring cash with you for sure, to exchange it like in the city of your departure, and to bring it with you on board of the train, because you know, train is moving, they lose Wi-Fi at the dining car from time to time, or on board of some trains in Russia this option to pay by card is not even available. So it's better to have, so when you are on board of the train, it's good to have cash. Just to give you an example of how much it can cost you to eat at the dining car on board of the train. Here are some prices from the last year. Breakfast at the dining car, usually that's, you know, a standard price, cost 800 rubles. Of course, prices on board of the trains higher than in the city. Well, but what you can do, you're on board of the train. So breakfast around 800 rubles, lunch is about 1,200 rubles, and dinner 900 rubles. I know that because I've been traveling along the Trans-Siberian Railroad last year, and that's the prices that that I saw in the menus. What comes to a very popular question, how much to bring? Well, this is a very tough question because I have no idea how much you normally spend, but still, I wouldn't have like a pocket full of cash with you at all times, because the cities that you're going to visit most probably will be big cities, and you know, everything can happen. So if I were you, I would have like some certain amount of money with you that you think will be enough for a couple of days, and the rest, you know, on the card, because still in the like shopping malls, in the restaurants, like in the big stores, you can use your credit card to pay, and you will need cash for, I don't know, like maybe street food or some souvenirs you can buy from the street. So this is it. This is my recommendation to you. So dear friends, this is my Charlie Dog and my lunch for 500 rubles at a very nice restaurant, Charlie, in the city center of St. Petersburg. As always, if you have any questions left about the topic of this video, please leave them in the comments below. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like this video, to subscribe to our channel, as more great videos to come.